Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's Friday night. I hope y'all saw our reel a while ago. We're trying to do those reels to let everybody know, and that will be your little notification if you're not already getting them. I need my coffee tonight. Got pasta in the microwave.
Yeah.
I'm going to have... I don't want that little hard part of it, Amy.
Don't use that whole slice. Take care of it.
Mom's like, don't even use none of it. But I'm going to chop us up some onion. I'm going to do a little different than maybe what you're used to with spaghetti sauce. This is not homemade sauce. Don't come at me for that. I can make it. I do make it. Mine is delicious. Tonight, I'm not making it. Tonight's a shortcut night all the way around. I have made meatballs, but boy, I hate to make them. Mama can make them better than I can.
I used to make them all the time. I got lazy.
Even when I use the little 1 ounce scoop, I ain't crazy about making them, to be honest with you. Looks like John Douglas has been cutting on this thing, and it's cut into a total wedge.
Warp salad.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all cut up though.
Yeah, it will. So I'm cutting up onion. Y'all see that. So tonight we're just having meatballs and spaghetti. Spaghetti and meatballs. I guess it depends on what you like the best. If I had to say it the way I like it the best, it would definitely be the meatballs and spaghetti. Because the meatballs and the sauce is what I am there for. That's the reason I showed up to the party, is because you said you was having spaghetti and meatballs. So I love it. Now I'm not going to put all this onion in here. I'm really not. I want to leave that right there. Not going to throw them away, but I'm going to leave it. This is a little hot.
Feel the heat up.
Not real hot, a little hot. So in here, I'm going to add my onions first. What a crazy thing to do. I know. I'm going to turn them up. The reason I put them in first is I want to get a little saute on them. Now, I'm going to be using some tomato sauce, tomato juice. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Italian seasonings in this hot pan. When you put your seasonings in your hot pan, they're going to bloom. They're going.
Oh, they already are.
They're going to open up, and you're going to release some of those oils. I'm going to go ahead and put my salt so my onions will start to sweat. Just a tinge of salt. Should have used pink Himalayan, but I didn't. And a little black pepper.
That's spicy. It makes hot stew. It's a,
Doing what they're supposed to do anymore.
it's a fun human right up here.
So here we go. Don't worry about your spices being in your dry pan. Didn't put any oil or anything. You want to move them around. You don't want them to burn. That don't make them taste good. You want a little garlic. I've got that new garlic powder, or we can put some garlic. You don't want to put your garlic in first because it will burn. Especially if you're using fresh. What you want to use? We're just going to use a little bit of garlic in here. Mama sometimes says no garlic, and sometimes she says yes garlic. And I meant to ask her earlier.
Oh,
Do you smell it?
I reckon so.
Now, folks, that right there is pure goodness. This is sauteing those onions just a bit, and it's getting all those spices going. This here is Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just going to put a little bit right on top of those onions. I just want to get them worked out. You ever seen such a hot mess for spaghetti? Worcestershire sauce gives it that unique flavor that everybody will say, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Mama. Now, in this magic red cup, it's just tomato juice. We had it the other day for something. What do we have it for?
I don't know.
Something we made.
Or something.
Anyhow, I had tomato juice left, and I'm going to use it tonight. Now all that's going to get in there together, and I'm going to let that get good and hot. There's your flavor base for a wonderful sauce. Wonderful red sauce. Now, if you wanted to make only homemade, I got to tell you, this would be about 3/4 of the way there. Mama, you know what we have to have?
What?
Is that hamburger meat browned.
Oh, I forgot all about it.
I did too. Do you know why? I'm used to you browning it for me.
And you've got meatballs and all that, I think.
Yeah, I got meatballs too. So we're going to let that get hot. We're going to brown this up. Some chuck. Now, I could have browned it in here. You probably should have. But Mama usually does that ahead of time, and I forgot about the chuck. I've got these little Cooked Perfection brand Italian-style meatballs. They were frozen. I left them in the refrigerator, and they're all thawed out nicely now. And you can see that where that element is in this, if you're wondering why I move food around. That ring is the element ring. And that's where it gets hottest the quickest. Now this little mix right here, I gotta tell you, it smells so good. It smells out of this world good. You've got your garlic and your onion and your Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. That's all I put in there thus far. I'm going to put a little bit, this is Trader Joe's. We're not affiliated, they're not sponsored, but I like their onion salt. I do like their onion salt. You could have put it in earlier, but I really want the garlic in that to bloom. And this, you all know this, my favorite of all, is y'all's Southern Secret. Coming in hot. That's got your garlic and onion powder in it too. Now for y'all who say that's way too much seasoning, John, yeah, this is too much seasoning in this little amount, but I'm getting ready to add a jar of store-bought ragu. Mama likes Prego the best because it has a little more flavoring. And another thing, the ground meat, we like to do it in an iron skillet. I do it in here sometimes. But that is not chuck. That is hamburger, so it could have a little bit of fallout with it. Meaning water and grease and what you know. Now this right here, I'm letting it reduce a little. Just a tinge. It's reducing. I'll check that noodles because it might be done, Mama. And of course, I'm gonna add a little tomato paste. Have you ever made red sauce without tomato paste? I haven't. I haven't. I might have if I was out. Now, I'm not going to throw that away just yet because I'm going to roll it with the thing somebody bought me. And I bet you I got another tablespoon in there. Yeah. We got meatballs too. Now that paste will just make it nice and rich and thick. This is a cheat homemade red sauce. It's not straight out of a jar, but it's a good flavored red sauce. Now this is a real small bag of Italian meatballs. I bought that on purpose because we don't need the big old bag. We just need a small. This one happens to be a 13 ounce. And I think it's going to be probably more than we'll eat. These are already thawed, remember. This brand came from Family Dollar. But y'all know your favorite Italian meatballs or whatever. This one's just called Italian style meatballs. Now, like I said, this is a cheat. I could make these. You could make these. But I don't want to. If I can find them, I'm going to buy them. For one thing, we like them. For another thing, man, they're easy. Now, if you wanted to make these for a party, right here's all you'd have to do is mix up your little bit of red sauce, put them in there, and let them heat. And you've got something good to eat. Yep, we got a lot of water and grease over here. Probably a good thing we did forget to put them in the pan. Yeah. Woo, that noodles is hot. There we go again. Put stuff in this microwave and it comes out hot. I've got to get a repairman up here to check this. Somebody's gonna have to see about why everything we put in there gets too hot. Check one of them and see if it's to your liking. Now, to me, huh? You don't want it? I'll put it back in there. Now see how this is reducing down? That's a good thing. That's a real good thing.
It's a little tougher.
Well, it cooks more in that water though.
A little softer.
You want it softer? Mama says she believes it'll be alright. Now into this, since this is reduced down by quite a bit, you see how it's almost like a thick, it is a lot thicker. And those meatballs are getting warm. You can see how they're kind of opening up. When they first put them in there, they're awful tight and closed up. This is just what was on sale. Old world style, traditional. Probably won't need all this. We usually, every time I put half of one of these in the refrigerator, it molds or we don't use it in time. You want me to use the rest of that? Mama's shaking her head yes. Of course, I'm going to put a little water in this. Ain't that right, Mama?
Yeah, get every drop out.
Because why?
Wasted.
We don't waste, and it costs a fortune. Y'all notice how everything costs a fortune? I'm going to turn this down. See how hot, how fast that got hot? Look at that clean jar. Clean jar club here. Mama has passed the noodles, which is a good thing.
Well, you try one. They're a little, what do you call that?
Al dente?
Yeah.
Now, you know me, Mama. I like them that way. And you say, I ain't eating no half-done noodle. Ain't that what you say?
Yeah.
But here's what people forget sometimes. Just because you take them off the heat or out of the microwave does not mean they quit cooking. That water is still hot and it's going to cook for a hot minute. I'm through with all these spices. These go over there. These go in the refrigerator. And that goes in my drawer. That goes there. I want to put everything up where it goes, Mom.
You're doing good.
I'm trying. That's good if you want to bring it. Can we take it over there?
Yeah.
Did you drain it already?
It's just cool down.
Okay. Can y'all see this pot? It turns over here a notch. Now, let's take this, come down a little bit more. I don't want it a bath in it. Why are we using... You lift that, Mom?
Yeah.
Why are we using meatballs? Because we like the meat sauce, and there was a little bit of water in there. I gotta bring that on down. We're still getting
coffee.
Yeah. I'll get down here where they can see us. Can you see? Now that meat, did you put salt and pepper in over there?
No.
Okay.
Because you had so much spices already.
That meat will make this wonderful. Now we just put about a half a pound of hamburger. And that's going to be just a little bit of meat sauce with those meatballs. Now folks, if you ain't never tried it this way, I recommend it because it's awful good. You did good, Mom. See, we didn't put a lot of meat in there, just a little. All right. Some of y'all may have been yelling at me already and saying, John. And I've not been able to see a word against have said. So let's get to looking. We're having spaghetti. You're having spaghetti too? We're having spaghetti tonight too, I felt like. Hey, D, Louder Milk, thank you so much for all the stuff you've sent us. And we're using hot sausage would be good. It would. Mama don't care for it. But I agree with you. I think it'd be very good. Or Italian sausage. A mixture of hamburger meat and sausage is good. Now these probably have a little sausage in them. Because they're Italian style. I didn't read the package. Mama done throw it away.
Yeah.
But it's a good red sauce. It's out of a jar. I'm not trying to take credit for it. I'm just saying. You can do a little something to it to get it to a little better than the jar flavor. And we always do, don't we, Mama?
Try to.
So I'm gonna try not to make him mad by clinking that. I'm gonna let it just cook because I did put raw onions in it. And I did just put those meatballs in there, and I want to make sure they're really good and done. We're having spaghetti, Dee says. Hey, John and Mama. Hey, Neil, how are you? Looking good. That looks delicious. Thank you, Jennifer. Homemade meatballs only. Carolyn, you are a jewel. Carolyn Davis, I'm telling you, her middle name's Jewel. If you're into that, I say go for it, because it is good. I agree with Carolyn. If you make your own, you have that special recipe, it's even better. If you're lazy and it's Friday and you just want to eat, them frozen ones are pretty good. Carol's like, Carolyn's like, that's what I had for supper. David, this sounds good, don't it? Today I thought about it yesterday. Hey, John and Mama, y'all are having my favorite meal. I love it. Now, I love spaghetti and chicken. Did something fall?
Mm-hmm.
I love spaghetti and chicken. But really, if you're talking true good eats, spaghetti meatballs is all the way. Oh, that coffee tasted good to my soul. Okay, leftovers. That's good, Karen. Eat them leftovers. You don't have to buy more. I like cutting up zucchini in my spaghetti along with the ground turkey. That would be good, Jean. Now, I have had zucchini and carrots in spaghetti with sauce. It was pretty good. I would eat it again. It's a good way to slip vegetables in on your family without maybe them knowing all about it. Ham and beans. Ooh, in Missouri, Deanna, that sounds delicious. Hello, John and Mama, watching from Owensboro, Kentucky. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Hello, John and Mama. Tammy, how are you? It's funny, I'm having the same thing. Jane, you, me, and about 14 other people up there. It's a spaghetti night. I'm telling you. Now, I got a news flash for y'all. It's 82. Y'all know last night is 92 at this same approximate time. We had the most beautiful storm. It just thundered a little bit, no lightning that I seen, and it rained hard for about 15 or 20 good minutes. It tapered off and it rained good for about another 10. And it was soaking rain. It was a good rain, and we needed it. We needed it. And it was just, I said, that's the most beautiful storm I've seen in a while because it's so hot. I went out, stepped out on the back porch while it was storming. I could feel the difference. And it was like a breeze was blowing. And the pups was laying there going, don't you wish you was out here with us? And I was going, yeah, I do. They was living their best lives. Neither one of those dogs are a bit afraid of a storm. In fact, I wish I was a little bit more afraid. I worry sometimes that, if they're laying on the porch and it's storming, lightning, whatever, and they see a deer run through the field or they see they'll jump out in it and go. They don't care.
But they don't want sprayed with water.
But they don't want me to touch it with no water. That's the reason I told Mama, I said, I didn't think they'd act that way because they run out in the rain. They'll go out in the rain. Don't care a bit. Oh, I tell you what we can do. We'll bless it.
Right.
And that'll be good. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. Dear Lord, we thank you for this wonderful meal you provided for us. And Lord, we just ask you to be with all the prayer requests that are out there. Be with our friends, be with their children, watch over us, lead, guide, and direct us in the way you should have us to go. Be with our nation, dear Lord. Be with this whole world. Dear Lord, just watch over us as we walk and talk, and give us the words to say and the steps to make. In your blessed name we pray. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to play this.
Yeah, move the plates and scoot it over.
And we're ready. Now, Mama, you might want something besides this wood spatula.
Yeah, we'll get the...
But I can make it with it. You know me, I'll use a knife.
Right,
I would use a knife to get it out.
here you go.
That'd be perfect. You got a better idea. I could use a knife. I wouldn't think nothing about it. We'll put it right over there. Let's move y'all back and up. I think I usually put these up there. I think that's where you're going to see it. Mama, you put it there. Put you front and center. We're not having none of that fancy bread y'all have all the time. Thank you all who replied to my bread request.
Now that was a diamond out of
Well, I was trying to move it 2 inches to the left and it fell out.
Yes.
Don't you get that?
I'll get it.
I'll get it, Mama.
Oh, can't stand it, Glenn.
She can't stand it because that lid went sailing through the air. She's on jackrabbit mode.
What are you drinking your
I've
water?
got water.
I'm going to get me some.
Well, I've got water. Someone asked me last time, said, you all don't drain your noodles. No. We make them in water and butter and salt, and we call them buttered noodles. And sometimes we have been known just to add a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of some kind of seasoning or just the olive oil sometimes. Just eat this. We really like the flavor of the noodles. The only time you're going to get flavor in your noodles is when you are boiling it. You won't get any in there after. So, look at there. And as you can see, those noodles will dry up a lot of your water. Now, I'm not saying don't drain it. I'm just saying we don't. And someone asked, and I said, we just don't.
breakfast noodles.
Mama's a noodle girl, really. Mama's a noodle lady. She loves the flavor of butter noodles, don't you, Mama?
Just put it down over to the
To the what?
side.
On the side. I'll put yours right there. How's that
Yeah,
sound?
that sounds good.
A little bit more meat sauce.
That's good.
Now I'm putting this on mine.
I don't know if I want that.
You want some on the side? All right. I don't want nothing on the side. I want mine full, engaged in the meal. Ooh, that was a good one. I like sauce. I like to say sauce. And a little mozzarella cheese. Parmesan, I know, is what most people, but I like a good coating of mozzarella. There it is, folks, just like downtown. Just like downtown. Now I'm going to give this a taste. Have you tasted the meatballs yet?
Not yet.
I've never tried this brand before.
Is it good?
I believe there is a little hint of sausage in there.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a picture of that bag.
I throw it in the garbage.
I can take pictures in the garbage. I've done it before. Now, spaghetti is the easiest thing in the world to eat if you're doing a cooking presentation. Nobody ever said that.
I can't eat it twirled. I ain't fancy.
It's a good run, folks. I was going to taste it a while ago and see if I need to add anything. I forgot.
I'm not an Italian. I can't eat it right.
What do you think about the flavor?
It's good.
It's about 4 notches off my homemade sauce, ain't it?
Yeah.
Because you do taste the ragu, you do taste those different flavors. Mine is, homemade is better with homemade meatballs, but my goodness. I might do that if I was having it for company.
You're at the studio making meatballs.
Y'all would say, why don't you buy some frozen ones, John? We've been here all night. Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
No.
Anything news?
No, I ain't listening to no news or heard nothing.
It's better not to listen to the news.
I don't watch it.
I can turn my computer on and get all the updates I need immediately, just in a second. Well, I'm not doing good at twirling.
No, I can't. I mess it up.
I've got too much spaghetti at the end of my twirl. Look at that. Look at it.
Mouth and hay.
All right, folks. Y'all got anything else want to add? I hardly ever ask you. Hey, John and Mama. Hey, Cindy, Dave, Daniels, how are you? It's funny. I'm having the same thing. A lot of people are having spaghetti tonight. Thank you for those stars, Donna.
Is it National Spaghetti Day?
I don't think so. Is it? Did we actually? Oh, wow. I make my own meatballs and sauce. My son's always wanted meatballs and just ground meat added. Catherine, I bet yours is delicious. Hi, John and Mama from Pigeon Forge. Well, hello, Kimberly. I put sausage and mushrooms. Mama don't care for mushrooms. I will get her to eat one every once in a while, but I want her to eat something good. Teresa didn't put many onions either, or put too much spice, or put any hot stuff. How's the side?
It's good.
Is it good?
I'll eat some of that.
You have. I'm proud of you. We kind of debated what we're going to have, and we decided we're going to stick to the plan and do the spaghetti.
Well, you had them those, so we had.
Well, that, and we had the hamburger, and we needed to get rid of it, but I really couldn't think of anything I wanted anymore. I love spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
And I love these meatballs.
They're good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a good sized bag, too.
It's perfect for supper, ain't it?
Yeah.
I was so glad to see that small bag because I thought the last time we had to throw out a half a bag. Because we forgot them. But this is a great size. All right, folks. I have to try frozen ones. Carolyn, they're not bad. And Carolyn, go ahead and make your good ones. And then every once in a while, throw a frozen one in there, you know, when you eat one food with it. And if they don't say nothing about it, you can just do frozen all the time. Save yourself the trouble. I bet they will, though. I bet yours is delicious.
Oh, yeah, you know homemade.
It's always, yeah. Homemade is normally always better. But, to be honest with you, it's a lot of work, and people ain't got that kind of time. Somebody said the other day, and I agree with them, you know, supper is the only meal that it takes an hour to prepare or cook, in 10 minutes to eat, and an hour to clean up after.
Yeah.
You know, the cook, whoever that is in your family, they got to get it prepared and get everything prepped and cook it. And then they eat with you, and they ain't that hungry because they've done smelled it. And then, usually the cook's the one that cleans. Unless you all got that worked out amongst yourselves. Well, what about that spaghetti? It was al dente, but it cooked to your...
Yeah, it's soft.
And it's got good flavor. We always put butter and salt in our pastas because we want that flavor in that noodle, in that pasta, whatever we're eating. And like I said, we got all this pasta left, but we got that left too. But I like to take the pasta, drizzle with olive oil, put a little bit of Parmesan, and maybe a dash of Italian seasoning or whatever you want to come up with to put in it, and eat it just plain. It's delicious that way. It's one of my favorite ways to eat pasta too.
Yeah.
And Mama likes it that way.
I eat plain pasta.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mama. Tell them goodbye. I'm sure we got plenty that you got on your to-do list. Mama's still cleaning on the pantry. I could tell today when I went in there, so I know I've got probably a chore or two on the top shelf.
Yeah, I can't reach them.
I knew. When you look at it, you know.
That's your turn.
I do want to thank you for not climbing
What?
and being so independent.
I didn't climb.
I may not worry about you as much the next time.
You might not.
I may say, she's good. Don't you worry.
I'm trying to be good.
She won't climb up there this time.
I did a lot better.
You did. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, what have y'all got planned from Labor Day? We've not forgot about it. I'm thinking about, I've got some baby bags. Would you like to have ribs?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I want a hot dog or ribs.
Now let's talk about that for a minute.
I don't believe I want hamburger. We have hamburgers and steak.
A good hot dog with some good homemade chili.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some kind of special toppings. Just open up some chips. I was thinking about ribs and baked beans, potato salad, or macaroni.
Work.
Sounds like we're voting for hot dogs. We'll find out.
That's the American way, isn't it?
It's all about celebrating labor, right? All right, folks, we will eat. So whatever we eat, Mama, you know what I did think about yesterday?
What?
Would be good for Labor Day, and you all might pick up on this and think that'll be good. Some good pimento cheese and chicken salad.
Oh, wow.
And just have like chicken salad sandwiches, maybe get some crescent rolls, or and I thought, you know, that'd be good just to have for Monday. Pimento cheese or chicken salad.
Yeah.
But that was before you mentioned hot dogs. And your homemade chili, I'm assuming, was in that deal.
Yeah, you gotta have chili.
Well, if you'll make the chili, I'll vote for hot dogs.
Well, we might do that. But with several days for then, so we change our mind every 15 or 20 minutes anyway.
At least. Folks, making some memories. The rain has got my hair twisted. I started out with it all going in one direction.
It's kind of flipping her up and back. I wished I had curl in mine like yours. You just ain't, oh, you don't.
It's got a mind of its own. Y'all see my hair, it's in every different direction. Somebody asked me one time, said, is that a toupee? On here, one of y'all, not necessarily you, but somebody. And I said, well, first of all, I'm insulted. Because if I were going to wear a toupee, it would be a better quality than what my hair is. It's real. If it's a toupee, I could do better with it. Oh, mercy. People ask me that.
Wavy.
My hair is my daddy's hair. I got it. Except the color. His was darker.
Yeah, a lot darker than yours.
I got mama's color and daddy's.
Well, no, it's in between. His was real dark.
I remember as a kid, his hair was jet black.
Yeah, and your papa's, his daddy's was dark.
Mine was always your color.
Yeah, you was white-headed when you was born.
Do they call it toe-headed?
Toe-headed.
Toad?
I don't know. Yours was real blonde. I was a platinum blonde when I was tiny.
Platinum.
That was white.
Seems to me like all the boys had white hair when we were little. Seems like we all had all the cousins.
Yeah. But my brother's was blonde-headed till they got up. Now Sonny's was
reddish, strawberry blonde.
His wasn't as blonde as the rest of ours, but we all started out blonde, and theirs turned all dark, except mine and Bernice's.
Yeah, they all have dark. Folks, we're just rambling now. This is probably a conversation we can have after we let you all go.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all have a blessed night. Make some memories. Get out and do something. Hopefully your weather's cooled off. 82 degrees. That's wonderful. I'll take it. I hope the whole weekend's nice and cool. I've not heard any temperatures.
People planned a lot of outings and different things. I hope it's nice for them.
I hope it's beautiful. Y'all have a great time. If you got a long weekend, enjoy it. If you got a short one, enjoy it too. We got to start learning to live in the moment. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow may never be mine. There's a song about that. So live in the moment. Enjoy tonight.
What is it they say? You get so busy trying to live life, you forget to live it.
Well, I forget who it was now. I said, life is what happens while you're making plans.
Mm-hmm.
That happens so often. Anyhow, enjoy this weekend. Enjoy your family. Get together. Reach out, touch someone, and say, hey, won't you come over for a hot dog? Mama's making homemade chili. Y'all have a blessed day. Say good night again, Mama, just for good measure.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.